Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a vlog on the day in life of a doctor. I'm currently on the morning shift and I am at work. I'm a bit early today and I'm excited. I don't know why, but I'm in a really good mood today. So I'm just gonna head off to work. I just wanted to say hi to you guys and we'll talk later. I feel like I have to do a little quick self-admiration before work. So hey, this is me looking all cute or whatever. Brian Little. Get some water because I was so dehydrated, so I'm going to be headed back to the emergency room now. First things first, I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if you watched any of my previous vlogs on the day in the life of a doctor, but then we were working 2 days on, 2 days off, 2 days morning, 2 days off, 2 days night, 2 days off, but that schedule has been reshuffled just because everybody's trying to go back to life before the pandemic. That schedule was because there was an ongoing pandemic, so I wanted to kind of limit our exposure to the virus. But now that things are trying to go back to normal, I've reverted back to our previous schedule, which was 3 days morning, 3 days afternoon, 3 days night, and then 3 days off. So you work for like 9 days at a stretch, then you get 3 days off basically. So yeah, that is what my current situation is. I was so dehydrated, like I kid you not, I was so dehydrated, so I just said, you know what, I have to go and get some water. So I'm going to be headed back to the emergency room now, but in the meantime I just want to tell you guys that I am going to be talking about heart failure because there's a patient that I'm going to be managing today who has heart failure, and I felt like it was a pretty common condition in Nigeria, so I just wanted to like tell you guys about it and what can cause heart failure so that you guys can prevent it as much as possible. And yeah, let me go back to work now. Bye. Okay guys, so it's time for a quick chat and I just wanted to talk to you guys about heart failure. First of all, what is heart failure, you may ask? I'm just going to simplify this in the best way possible so that you can understand it. Okay, so heart failure is essentially when the heart doesn't pump enough blood to meet the demands of the body. I think that's the easiest way I can say it. And this can be as a result of many things. Okay, it can be congenital, that means the person was born with a heart that has issues causing it not to be able to pump enough blood, and we usually would say that the person has a congenital heart disease. For cardiomyopathies, it just means that the muscles of the heart have issues, and there are different types of cardiomyopathies. Now apart from that, there can also be the fact that maybe the person has bled, or the person has a chronic condition that is making the person be anemic, meaning that the person doesn't have enough red blood cells in the blood. If the person is anemic, it can result to anemic heart failure. Then it can also be as a result of diseases. Hypertension is very, very common in the black population, and that is something that can cause heart failure. So if you are black, you are at higher risk of developing hypertension, and if you are hypertensive and you don't manage your hypertension properly, you are at a risk of developing heart failure. I hope we're on the same page because I'm really trying to make this as simple as possible so that everyone can understand. Right now, there are a lot of signs and symptoms that somebody who has heart failure may present with. Most common presentation would be breathlessness and leg swelling. That's usually how they present. For breathlessness, the person would usually give you a history of not being able to breathe properly, so the person may be breathless at rest or on exertion. The person will also tell you that, oh, I've noticed that my legs are getting swollen. We refer to that as pedal edema. And the person may also give you a history of, if the person lies down flat, the person will just feel like the person is drowning, right? So the person would say, I can't lie down flat. I usually have to like stack up a bunch of pillows so that I can feel comfortable, because if I lie down flat on my bed, I'll feel like I'm choking. I also say that, oh, I might just be sleeping and then all of a sudden I'll just wake up because I feel like I'm drowning, and I'll have to like stand up and try to breathe for air. There are a couple of things that the person can give you, and then there are signs that you can definitely elicit as a doctor. If somebody has heart failure, usually this is something that can be managed, but as of now there's no definitive cure for heart failure. It's just a condition that you can manage. Now the take-home points I want you guys to know is that again, I'm going to talk about hypertension because it's a really common cause of heart failure, especially if it's not managed properly. If you are hypertensive, or your parents or anybody that you know is hypertensive, I would strongly advise you to encourage them to take their medication, because heart failure is not something that is a very sexy situation, really. So we want to prevent it as much as possible by taking our medications. Like I said before, if you are black, you are at higher risk of developing hypertension, because hypertension is something that is pretty common in the black population. If you are now a man, that even puts you at a higher risk. So if you are a black male, you are at higher risk of developing hypertension than a black female, or than anybody of the Caucasian race or any other race, to be honest. That is why we should always monitor our blood pressures regularly to be sure that everything is fine. And if we detect that we are hypertensive at any point, we should start antihypertensives ASAP and not take it for granted, because apart from heart failure, there are a bunch of other things that hypertension can cause, and that includes things like stroke or blindness, because like it can affect your vasculature in your eyes, your kidneys. It can cause kidney failure. It can cause a bunch of things, really. So it's just easier and cheaper to use your drugs than to try to prevent any complications that may have occurred as a result of you not taking your drugs properly. So my shift is officially over. I'm heading home now, but before I go, I just wanted to tell you guys of a case that I saw as I was about to leave. It was really bad. This young girl, she was involved in a road traffic accident. Like, there was a truck that lost control, and then the truck hit her. She has like a degloving injury. Like, the hand is bad. I wish I could show you guys a picture, but unfortunately I can't display such a picture on my YouTube. So she's definitely going to need an amputation of the arm, because the entire upper limb on that side is bad. It's like gone. There's a fracture, there's degloving injury, and then she also has like avulsion injury on her face. I really hope that she makes it, but yeah, samples were taken for grouping and cross matching, and she was also given some fluids. The wound was cleaned, and then the orthopedic surgery team was invited to review her in view of a possible amputation. Obviously not possible, she's definitely going to have that limb amputated. So yeah, that is what is up. It was a really sorry case, that's why my mood is a bit dampened compared to what it was before. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you think.